Hi everybody, I hope you're fine. Here it was so hot. We had 35 degrees Celsius and now it's cooling down a little bit. It's 29, but just because it's cloudy, so it's not so bad. But the plants are really suffering in this heat. Those ones are okay because they are partly in the shade and they're coming really nicely here, these ones as well. But many other plants are really suffering from the heat. So here I had some snapdragons, but look how they look like. They looked nice before when you look at the other video that I've made, but I think it's maybe because there's some stone there and it was heating up totally. Now I've put those two pots there to block the heat a little bit. And yeah, some flowers they don't mind. Like for example the zinnia, yeah, and the bees like it as well. And this one, if they get enough water, it's okay for them as well. And here, those ones, the sedum, they like the heat, but most of the other plants not. And I decided to grow more plants that don't mind the heat next year. That means I have to get more lavender. Lavender I have everywhere. I've took it out from here because I've propagated it and put many of them in here. And now I've put them in pots and they have to find another place. And strange but true, the roses, they don't mind this heat. Look at these leaves. They look very healthy. We had rain in spring, quite a lot of rain, which was good because the ground was completely dry. And then the leaves had these brown spots, but I took most of them down. And now look how nice they are coming. So, and then here, down here, I've put these plants because they don't mind the heat as well as much. Yeah, and just can't believe how nice the roses are, how nice they are growing. And the zinnias is, oh look, these ones I've cut and now they're coming again. So that's their second bloom. California lilac is this, the second bloom, they're coming. And of course those ones, the zinnias, they don't mind the heat, they like it. You see them here, they fit nice together, this rose and the zinnia. Yeah, and what also doesn't mind the heat? The cucumbers. The cucumbers are really growing nicely. Oh, I've harvested many of them already and they're really growing nice. Oh, I had one year where I had so many cucumbers and they were all bitter. So it's really worthwhile to buy seed where they say that it's really bitter free, but it was worth it to spend that money. And the tomatoes, they are growing as well, they are ripening. Also, when the heat is on, I had to cut many leaves because they were just too dry. My first tomatillos are opening a little bit. I do not really know when I have to harvest them, if they change the color, but I still leave it a little bit. I touch every now and then if they're ready to come down. It's the first year that I'm growing tomatillos. And oh, look here, it's quite more, it's more open here. They start like this and then they open more and more. And look at this here, they are delicious. We had already many of them and they are really delicious. Wow. Can't believe that we are growing grapes in our climate. It wasn't possible some years ago. And of course my lovely phlox that I really love. And more tomatoes. They are just coming. Well, I can't believe that it is now the middle of August. It is the 18th or 17th of August, and hey, it's going soon to the end of the season. We see it. Always these spiders are here, huh? I don't know, it doesn't focus. I don't like to see them anyhow so much, but they're working in the garden as well. Good. Here everything is growing nicely. The peppers and so on. And the beans. We harvested so many beans, and more are coming. The more you harvest, the more are growing and getting ripe. Raspberries as well. Autumn Bliss raspberries, they're coming. And now look at this red here. Can I open it? Yes. I love that color from the Callaloo. This is also an interesting color. Oh, so many there. I have to harvest them today. Gucken, wie ich das so. So, that is it. And the Callaloo. So I harvested this globe from the artichoke, and it was really nice to eat, super delicious. And now 2 more are coming. That's what I wanted to enhance. Normally I never harvested them because I always wanted to see the blossom and the bumblebees, how they go in there and they dig around. But this year I decided I have so many artichokes that I can harvest them. Yeah, so that is what I was just looking at, what you can grow in summer, in the heat of the summer. It's so hot. Yeah, there, those yellow roses. Can see them. They don't mind the heat as well. To close again. And the aronia berries are getting the autumn leaves already. And here are more beans. It's a lovely color, huh? But we harvested a lot of them. It's really so nice. Oh, with these you have to watch out. This is a raspberry, a black raspberry. And once they come like this, then they get further down to the ground, and then they root, and then you have them everywhere in the garden. I really had to take them and cut them. Look how dry the ground is. I have to water everything. And this here, those ones I haven't shown to you. This is a funny pumpkin. Can you see it? Yipsala, here. A neighbor, when she went on holiday, she put that pumpkin last year on my door because she thought they won't be nice again anymore when she comes back from a holiday. And I thought I put them, I saved the seeds, and then I grow them next year, and she gets some of it back. I have to climb around here. Look down here, they are. Oh, you can't see that. Oh, that is not so nice. Here's another one. Here are more of those funny pumpkins. Those ones I put into the ground 2 weeks later than the other ones. That's why they're still so small. They're cute. I wonder how they taste. The other one that I tried, where I got the seeds from, they tasted more like cucumbers. So I'm curious how they will taste here. Yo, oh, that is so... The grass was really nice and red because nice and green because we had a lot of rain, but now everything is drying out. Peppers, they like it. They really like this weather, as long as they get enough water. Here are more pumpkins, And you see, I grow them on trellises. Like here and up there. Oops. I just have to watch out that they don't grow to the neighbor on this side. The other side, the neighbor, that doesn't matter. She just says she's gonna harvest it and she would be allowed to. So, and here I made something with this raised bed. Put some rhubarb in that we can harvest that in spring, but I have to make this raised bed a little bit nicer. It doesn't look so good anymore. More soil has to go in because it's gonna go down anyhow. So yeah. Oh, and I have to harvest some of the mint again. We harvested, I think, 3 times already. That's quite a bit. Oh. Just a little round in the garden. And now I just show you what happened to my seedlings. So that's how my cuttings look. Can you remember I've cut the leaves? Where I've cut them, you see this brown line, but that's not dramatic. You see there are 2 new leaves here and more are coming. And the cutting was a little bit long, so I took 1 stick, I've just put it into the ground with no leaves at all, and you can see down here, well, I think it was my finger, so here, there is something coming out, leaves are coming out, so that will be another plant. It was a success, as it looks like. I just have to get them through the winter. So you can just try it as well. So these snapdragons, they are growing more or less in the shade. They get some sun in the morning, but then they're shaded out by this container, and they don't look bad. Not like those other ones that were there in the sun, surrounded by stones and cement. Those plants didn't cope with the heat. Here's stone, and it's just too hot. I have to put something in there that doesn't mind the heat. Look at all the ants that are running around here on the artichoke, on the globe artichoke. They really destroyed one of my plants. Let I show you how it looked like. Here, see that yellow? That they destroyed one completely. And now I found out that you can use cinnamon, put it on the ants, and then this is helping. That's what I did on this one. And look how nice it looks. I have another one over here which has the same problem with the ants. Ants, where are they? I was washing them away before with some water, but they're still here. So now I get some more. Aye, look how they come out. Do you see that? They're crazy. But the cinnamon is supposed to be good against them. It will help my plant to survive, hopefully. But it worked on the other plant. On this one. That's what I harvested today. Here some tomatoes, some beans. I still have beans at home, but if you don't harvest them continuously, they don't produce anymore. Then I have some peppers and eggplants, and of course some cucumbers, pears, and some grapes. I still have some zucchini at home, some really big ones, and some potatoes. That will make a nice meal. From middle of April till the end of November, I hardly go to the grocery store to buy veggies. I buy fruit, of course, what we can't grow here. But I have to the veggies I get all from the garden. Yeah, and now I'm also in the position that I think ahead what I have to sow now that I can harvest in winter or in spring. Now this raised bed is ready for fall, winter and spring. This will come the leeks we can harvest in autumn and in winter, and the rhubarb in spring. Just have to water it nicely and then they should grow. Fresh from the garden is the best. Leeks in winter, a nice leek soup, yummy. The peas are coming as well. For autumn, it's good to sow more of them, then you can harvest them before winter. I'm just happy to see them. So, what are you still sowing at this time of the year? You can write it down in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and have a wonderful weekend. Ciao. Bye bye.